tonight. Going to be doing a healing on momentum. And I have it broken down into different categories because it helps me when I break it down. So the different categories of momentum that I'm going to be working on for you tonight are household stuff and daily activities, like the things that we have to do every day. I want to clean out our momentum for that. Your work, and that is whether you work at home or you work in the office. And when I say work at home, like doing household things is work, as well as if you have a business that you work out of your home. So it'll be addressing work. And then your momentum in your money space, your momentum in your love relationships, and momentum in your next steps. That's what's ahead for tonight. And for those of you that are new to the sanctuary, how I am able to heal more than one person at a time is by looking at a composite of everybody in my membership. And that allows me to find something called matching pictures, which is a way for me to clear pain from multiple people's space at one time. All right, I'm going to set the energy for tonight's healing with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace, in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay, so the first area of momentum that I'm going to work on is household things, daily activities that you have to do. All right, let's take a look at this. The first energy is just, I don't want to, just complete resistance. So I'm going to work on the resistance first. Then the next energy is, I'm trying to think of, procrastination. I couldn't think of the word. Yeah, there's actually a lot of energy in the space of having momentum to do your daily activities. It's a dark charcoal, gonna start there. What I'm noticing is that when there's so much heavy energy on the things that you have to attend to daily, it really makes it undesirable. So then that kind of adds more energy to putting off doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do. So as the energy clears, what I'm seeing is you're able to start to find things that have meaning for you in taking care of daily activities, so that it's not just having to do something for no reason, but able to find meaning for yourself. And there's a big ball of dark energy in the momentum space here that I'm working on. Also, like expectations of other people, what they expect of you are coming out of your momentum space. The dark ball of energy is diminishing. It's getting smaller. And then I'm also moving out other people's energy. Like when other people's energy gets in your space and can either distract you from the things that you need to do, or their energy just winds up in your space and makes it harder for you to get things done because you have to maneuver around their energy in your aura. Okay, the brown ball of energy released. And now what I'm going to do is ground your momentum on a timeline, because to me, momentum is an energy that builds. It's like a moving type of energy. And it really has to do with propelling you forward to all your next steps. So I want to look at it on a timeline and just ground it for you in regards to household activities and things like that. So when I ground it on the timeline for this particular topic, it turns to a really pretty blue purple. The momentum vibration. Let me clarify that. Okay, that looks really good for the household space. So I'm going to fill that in with big gold sun. Okay, and the next space is work, your momentum at work. There's a lot of gray, kind of spongy, puffy energy that is work energy that doesn't get cleaned out, and it sits in your space and it makes you not want to do work because you're already sitting in the energy of work. So I'm going to clear that. And of course, expectations and demands are coming out of this space as well. You know, it seems so contrary to me. Like when I look at the workspace, I'm really looking more at people who are working outside in offices, how you would think that they would want you to be productive, but the way that the energy gets set in a lot of businesses is very competitive. And so I'm noticing that competition also affects your ability to maintain momentum at work. And there's even competition from bosses coming in, like trying to control your momentum, out of fear that you might surpass them. Good. As the work energy clears, the momentum I can see starting to get going. It's starting to churn. You know, the other thing I see too is that your momentum might not coincide with the momentum of the project or the boss or the company. And so that's why it's really important. I'm just going to do a little segue here. That's why it's really important that you learn how to ground yourself, because once you know how to ground, you can keep the energy in your aura set the way that you want it to be set. So you can have all the momentum you want in your aura, and that doesn't have to affect other people. So that's my little plug for tonight for grounding. I'm also noticing like business associates, coworkers, getting into your momentum. So be moving them out. When I clear everybody else's energy out of your workspace so that the momentum can flow, it's just so much easier for you. So much easier without all that added weight in your workspace. That's nice. As I see you working on the momentum for work, I see some of you, your momentum is focused on getting a raise, getting a promotion. So good for you. Okay. I'm that cleared the space out pretty well, and now I'm looking at it on a timeline. And the energy of your momentum at work is it's a gold. It's kind of a cross between a yellow and an orange gold. And that looks so much better. Okay, I'm going to fill you in for that. And now we're going to get into your momentum with your money space. A lot of white don't look energy covering the money space. I'm going to ground that first. And there's a lot of pain in the money space for some of you. So I'm also grounding that. So what I see in the money space as far as momentum goes, like just now before really healing it, is like getting the momentum going, then getting it chopped off, getting it going, chopped off. So what ideally I would like to see is that be extended so it's consistent. There's disappointment and invalidation coming out of the money space. This has to do with past money decisions that affect your momentum in present time. here's something I want to comment on. Some of you ladies, spirits in female bodies, try to match either your husband's momentum or boyfriend's, like how they run their energy and their money space. And it's different, actually. Women create from their second chakras and men create through their third chakras. So it's a different energy. And I just am noticing that some of you are trying to match how a man might create money. And I'm going to ground that. Now some very dark energy is coming out. It's like a dark, dark blue, almost black. How interesting. This has to do with your karma, because this is energy from past lives. It's very old, very dark. And what seems to be coming out of this is civilizations that you've been in that have fallen or collapsed, and where money became insignificant. So that's coming out. Okay, that dark energy came out. And now I'm putting this on the timeline to take a look at the movement of the momentum on a timeline. It's really interesting. It's very active on the timeline, which is good. There's a lot of movement now. There's also a lot of red energy. I'm going to ground that. I don't know what that is yet. The red energy is a stop energy, like when other people try to control you and control you from being able to make more money. That's what the red was. And there was a significant amount of it. So it's gone now, but just wanted to give you a heads up so that you know. Okay, I'm filling that space in with big gold sun. And now you have a lot more movement in your money space with your momentum freed up. Okay, the next space is love relationships. Get the momentum going in your relationship space. There were a whole bunch of things that just flooded me when I looked. Family, work, all kinds of things that affect the momentum. So let me just start grounding. Yeah, family energy is the strongest. And that's probably because you have healing agreements with your family members that have to do with money. A lot of you have agreements with your fathers, and some of those agreements have to do with matching his creative energy. Again, I'm seeing that match where if you're in a spirit in a female body, you don't really want to match how the man's creating the money. You want to do it from your own information with your female creative energy. There's a real sweetness to the momentum in your love relationship space, because the momentum that I'm looking at has to do with meeting someone new or continuing like an established relationship. And it's a very personal, sweet space that I'm looking at. There's even a gentleness to the momentum in your love relationship space. It's a very different momentum than what I saw in the money space. It's great. This is like the momentum of letting something unfold in its own timeline. It's a peachy gold, the momentum in your love relationship space. And what I'm getting is like it's so natural, the momentum in this space. It's just very natural. And a lot of the momentum in this space has to do with just continuing to take the next step and the next step and the next step. The momentum in this space is a deep, rich yellow gold. I am finding what I would call naysayers, people who have their opinions about you being in a relationship. I'm going to kick them to the curb. Okay, that looks really good. I'm kind of surprised because I thought there would be a lot more energy on that, and there wasn't. That actually looked really good, the momentum in the relationship space. And like I said, it just was so natural. So I'm going to fill that in with a big gold sun. And then the next one is momentum for your next steps. So a lot of this has to do with the momentum to clear pictures and clear energy in order to take your next steps. So I didn't realize this when I wrote this category, but it's really about your momentum to work energy. One of the biggest things is distractions, just things that like take your mind to somewhere else when you really have started out wanting to work energy and you just get distracted. So that's coming out. Anger is a big stop energy. If you're holding anger in your body, I'm noticing that. And I see that as an orange-red that's starting to come out. I'm watching you, since I've been doing the momentum healing, I'm watching you start to get into the rhythm of looking at going through one door for a next step, and then the next door, and the next door. So I'm seeing you expand your awareness of your momentum farther down your timeline, so I can see it actively working. Going to clear people away from your next steps. Like when you go to take a next step, whatever it is, sometimes there'll be a person standing in front of your doorway. That's what I'm clearing right now, are people who are, for whatever reason, in front of the doorway that you need to walk through for your next step. And they could be there for a million reasons. You're also showing me pictures of getting momentum on in the cosmos and on the astral. So the momentum healing is expanding without me even knowing it. Your next step doorway is a beautiful orange gold. It's open. I'm going to fill it in with gold. And then I'm just going to say hello to momentum in your body. Just clearing some brown energy. Also, there was a lot of red energy at the first chakra, clearing those two spaces. That red energy in the first chakra has to do with fear. Fear of moving forward, fear of taking chances, fear of risks. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to clear some energy in your space, and got that taken care of. So I'm going to fill you in with a great big gold sun. All right. Let me close out the healing. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this healing tonight in the sanctuary on momentum, be complete. Amen. All right. Let me just check you real quick. Yeah, just in case you're interested, when I'm doing the healings, I'm working one space. And then when I'm done, I kind of like to look at you and your energy and how the healing has affected you, just to make sure that the energy is smooth, or if there's anything else that I need to do. What I see about this healing is it put you all right in the center of your head. That's really cool. All right. Okay, I just wanted to tell you or remind you that next Thursday night is my women's intuition class, and it is on self-affinity. And then I have a Seek and You Will Find on the 24th, which is the following week after that. And One More Body Beautiful on stamina, and that is on a Thursday night, the Thursday night after the women's intuition class. So that's what's coming up. And I think that was everything I needed to tell you. Look forward to seeing you in the women's intuition class. Got my eyes on you. Have a wonderful evening tonight. And thanks again for joining me. Bye-bye.